Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera kepada Bapak Ibu Asesor Sertifikasi Dosen Gelombang 1 tahun 2026. Perkenalkan, nama saya Wahyu Adri Wirawati dengan NIDN 0730018403 dan NUPTK 54622663231142. Saya dosen tetap Program Studi Sarjana Kebidanan Fakultas Ilmu Kesehatan Universitas Dr. Soekarjo Banyuwangi. Video ini saya buat untuk melengkapi persyaratan dalam pengajuan sertifikasi dosen gelombang 1 yang diselenggarakan oleh Kemendikti Saintek tahun 2026, yaitu pernyataan diri dosen dalam unjuk kerja Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi atau PDD UKT-PT pada bidang pengajaran. Pada kesempatan ini, saya akan memaparkan implementasi pembelajaran pada mata kuliah English in Midwifery Practice atau Bahasa Inggris dalam Pelayanan Kebidanan yang saya ampu sesuai dengan bidang keahlian saya. Pelaksanaan pembelajaran mengacu pada rencana pembelajaran semester atau RPS berbasis Outcome Based Education atau OBE sebagai acuan dalam mewujudkan pembelajaran yang terencana, terukur, berpusat pada mahasiswa, dan berorientasi pada capaian pembelajaran. Mata kuliah ini ditujukan untuk mahasiswa sarjana kebidanan semester 6 dengan kode mata kuliah PDN 0507 berbobot 2 SKS. Mata kuliah ini diselenggarakan dalam 16 kali pertemuan tatap muka dengan rincian 14 kali pertemuan materi dan 2 kali pertemuan ujian tengah semester dan ujian akhir semester. Mata kuliah ini membahas tentang teenage pregnancy, ultrasonography and IV infusion, sexual health, nutritional health, helping patient with diabetes management, discussing about numbers and units, a patient handover, communicable and non-communicable diseases, medication administration, pain and remedy, medical procedure, job vacancy, application letter, and curriculum vitae, how to write an abstract paper. Adapun capaian pembelajaran lulusan atau CPL Prodi pada mata kuliah ini meliputi CPL 2, CPL 4, CPL 5, dan CPL 6 yang telah tertuang dalam RPS dan divalidasi oleh Ketua Program Studi dan Koordinator Rumpun Mata Kuliah. Untuk capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah atau CPMK yang diharapkan adalah mahasiswa mampu menggunakan bahasa Inggris dalam kaitannya dengan pelayanan kebidanan yang mencakup tata bahasa Inggris, penulisan, penerjemahan, dan berkomunikasi secara efektif dalam bahasa Inggris. Untuk mencapai capaian pembelajaran tersebut, mata kuliah English in Midwifery Practice dirancang dengan 3 komponen utama menggunakan DIA, Delivery, Interaction, Assessment. Pada aspek delivery, proses pembelajaran saya laksanakan berdasarkan rencana pembelajaran semester atau RPS berbasis Outcome Based Education atau OBE yang telah disusun sesuai dengan capaian pembelajaran lulusan atau CPL, capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah atau CPMK, dan sub-CPMK. Pada awal perkuliahan, saya menyampaikan kontrak kuliah, RPS, capaian pembelajaran, topik pembahasan, metode pembelajaran, serta sistem penilaian, sehingga mahasiswa memiliki pemahaman yang jelas mengenai kompetensi yang dicapai selama 1 semester. Bentuk pembelajaran mata kuliah ini adalah perkuliahan secara tatap muka atau luring di dalam ruang kelas maupun dalam jaringan dengan menggunakan media Zoom meeting. Pembelajaran mata kuliah English in Midwifery Practice didukung oleh Learning Management System atau LMS Edelink Sevima yang dilanggan oleh Universitas Dr. Soekarjo. Melalui Edelink, mahasiswa dapat mengakses dan mengunduh RPS, bahan ajar, serta informasi terkait penugasan dan evaluasi pembelajaran. Dalam proses pembelajaran, saya memanfaatkan berbagai media pembelajaran, antara lain PowerPoint Presentation atau PPT dan Canva untuk proses penyampaian materi dan presentasi oleh mahasiswa, serta YouTube dan rekaman audio yang akan digunakan dalam pembelajaran listening. Pada aspek interaction, saya menerapkan pendekatan student-centered learning sehingga mahasiswa berperan aktif dalam proses pembelajaran. Melibatkan komunikasi dua arah antara dosen dan mahasiswa, pembelajaran ini menggunakan metode kombinasi ceramah interaktif, diskusi, tanya jawab, presentasi, serta role play conversation yang relevan dengan materi yang sedang dibahas. Mahasiswa didorong untuk mengemukakan pendapat, menganalisis permasalahan, serta memberikan solusi berdasarkan kondisi nyata dalam komunikasi bidan dengan pasien di lapangan menggunakan bahasa Inggris. Pada aspek assessment, penilaian dilakukan secara objektif, transparan, dan berkesinambungan sesuai dengan prinsip outcome-based education. Penilaian dilakukan melalui asesmen formatif berupa kuis, tugas individu, tugas kelompok, diskusi, presentasi, role play, serta keaktifan mahasiswa selama proses pembelajaran. Asesmen ini bertujuan memberikan umpan balik sehingga mahasiswa dapat mengetahui perkembangan belajarnya dan melakukan perbaikan secara berkelanjutan. Sementara itu, asesmen sumatif dilakukan melalui ujian tengah semester atau UTS dan ujian akhir semester atau UAS dengan menggunakan sistem informasi akademik atau SIAKAD yang telah terintegrasi dengan fasilitas CBT atau Computer Based Test untuk memudahkan pelaksanaan UTS dan UAS. Seluruh penilaian mengacu pada indikator yang telah ditetapkan dalam RPS, sehingga hasil penilaian dapat menggambarkan pencapaian kompetensi mahasiswa secara valid. Referensi yang saya gunakan dalam mata kuliah ini berupa buku referensi karya saya sendiri dan juga buku referensi karya ahli lainnya. Bapak Ibu asesor yang kami hormati, berikut adalah video proses pembelajaran pada mata kuliah English in Midwifery Practice dengan materi pertemuan kelima, yakni Helping Patient with Diabetes Management. Mari kita simak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning everyone.
Morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm okay, thank you. Okay, before we start our lesson today, please lead us to pray together. Mbak Lucy, can you lead us to pray together?
Before we begin today's lesson, let us pray. Finish.
Okay, class. Before we continue our lesson, I want to take the attendance of you. I will call your name one by one. The first one is Mbak Anafira. Okay, Mbak Balkis, Mbak Berliana, Bristin, Cah Ayu.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, today our material is helping patient with diabetes management. Okay. Why do we have to check the blood glucose level in pregnant woman?
I want to ask my Miss.
Okay, Mbak Nadia.
Because there's an incident of diabetes gestational.
Okay, very good. Okay, now class, what is the effect of diabetes gestational?
Miss,
Mbak Berlian, please.
preeclampsia, overweight baby, and iris.
Okay, good, very good. So, the diabetes mellitus in pregnant woman is very dangerous for both baby and the mother. So, we have to manage the glucose level in the blood for the pregnant woman. Today, we will talk about helping patient with diabetes management. Okay, in testing the blood sugar level, we have to use medical equipments. Now, in slide 1, we have 5 medical equipment, and 4 of them are usually used in checking the blood sugar level. We have blood testing strip, cotton swab, glucometer, lancet, urine analysis stick. Now, we have to match the names of the equipments and the picture. Okay, for picture number 1, what is the names of the equipment?
Urinary stick.
Yes, correct. Picture number 4, Lancet. Picture number 5,
Cotton swab.
Cotton swab. From those 5 pictures, which one is not used for testing the blood sugar test?
Urinalysis 6.
Urinalysis, yes, very good. Now, we have 3 types diabetes that is known in the medical field. We have type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and gestational diabetes. And there are some description of each diabetes. A. Diabetes during pregnancy. B. Diabetes controlled by insulin. C. Diabetes usually controlled by medication, diet, and exercise. Okay, for diabetes type 1, which description is correct? B. B. Okay, good. How about type 2 diabetes? C. And of course, the gestational diabetes is A. Diabetes during pregnancy. Very good, students. Now we have a conversation between Sheena and Miss Simpsons. I have taken the conversation from Cambridge English for Nursing. It's about Sheena who will check Miss Simpson's blood glucose level. Okay, let's listen to the conversation.
Good morning, Miss Simpson. How are you today? Morning, Sheena. Nice to see you again. I'm fine, thanks. Great. I need to check your blood glucose level before you see the doctor. Is that okay? Yes, that's fine with me. Okay, I'll just put a test strip in the glucometer. Can you hold out your finger, please? Here you are. This finger's the best one, I think. I'm going to prick the side of your finger with this lancet. Now, I'll put a drop of blood on the test strip. There. Good enough? Yes, that's fine. You can put the cotton swab on your finger now. Thanks. What's the reading? You'll have to wait for the result to flash on the screen. It's 5.8. That's good. I'm happy with that. Yes, it's fine. I'll record it on your chart now.
Okay, from the conversation, we get several sentences that are usually used to take the blood sugar level step by step. The first one is, I need to check your blood glucose level. Nah, saya perlu memeriksa kadar gula darahmu, seperti itu. Nanti kalian, if you want to check the pregnant woman in a hospital in your clinic, you can use these sentences. I need to check your blood glucose level. Okay, the second one is, I'll just put a test strip in the glucometer. I'll just put a test strip in the glucometer. Saya akan memasukkan strip testnya ke dalam glucometer. Okay, and then we have, can you hold out your finger, please? Can you show me how to hold out your finger? Yes, it's like this ya. Jadi bisakah kamu menjulurkan tanganmu? Nah, seperti ini. Okay. And then the fourth step is, I'm going to prick the side of your finger with this lancet. Saya akan menusuk satu sisi jarimu dengan lancet ini. Oke. Jadi setelah itu, after that, you prick the patient's finger with the lancet. And then I'll put a drop of blood on the test strip. Maksudnya apa ini?
Meneteskan darah di atas test strip.
Ya, di test stripnya. Saya akan meneteskan darah di test stripnya. Baru dipencet-pencet jarinya, diteteskan. Oke. Next is, you can put the cotton swab on your finger now. Jadi ada cotton swab diletakkan di jarinya biar tidak infeksi, biar bersih. Seperti itu ya. So, put the cotton swab on your finger. Okay. And the last one is, you have to mention the result, the reading of the blood glucose test. Kalian menyebutkan hasil tesnya. If you don't have any question, then I have some questions for you. Let's answer the question. How does Sheena ask Miss Simpson to consent before she starts the test?
Is that okay?
Is that okay? Yeah. If you want to do a medical action to your patient, you have to ask their permission. How do we can ask them? By using is that okay? Yeah. Is that okay? Is it okay? Okay, very good. Number 2. Where does the nurse take the blood from?
The side of the finger.
Good, very good. The side of the finger. Number 3. What does the nurse put into the glucometer?
A drop of blood on the strip.
Okay, a drop of blood on test strip. Okay, and the last one. What's the patient's result?
5.8.
Yes, 5.8. Very good. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Look at the pictures below and complete the sentences using the phrases in the box. So I have several pictures, okay, with incomplete sentences. Okay, what we have to do is complete the sentences using the phrases from A to H. Okay, we have a drop of blood on the test strip. For the result to flash on the screen, hold out your finger please. It on your chart now. Prick the side of your finger with this lancet. A test strip in the glucometer. The cotton swab on your finger now. Your blood glucose level before you see the doctor. Is that okay? So, for picture number 1, I need to check
Your blood glucose level before you see the doctor. Is that okay?
Yes, very good. I need to check your blood glucose level before you see the doctor. Is that okay? Okay. Number 2, you have a glucometer and a strip. What will you say to your patient?
I will just put the strip in the glucometer.
Okay, I'll just put a test strip in the glucometer. Picture number 3, can you?
Hold that your hand on your finger, please.
Yes, very good. Can you hold out your finger, please?
Before you see the doctor. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine with me.
Okay, I will just put a test strip in the glucometer. Can you hold out your finger, please?
Here you are. Your finger, the best one, I think.
I'm going to prick the side of your finger with this lancet.
Okay, very good. Okay, for the next slide, who wants to read the conversation? Balkis and Cahayu. Okay, Mbak Balkis, Cahayu, please.
Now I will put a drop of blood on this test strip. There.
Good enough?
Yes, that's fine. You can put the cotton swab on your finger now.
Thanks. What's the reading?
We will have to wait for the result to flash on the screen. It's 5.8.
That's good. I'm happy with that.
Yes, it's fine. I will record in your chart now.
Very good, Mbak. Okay, that is the conversation. Next, we continue to communication focus, asking a patient for consent. So, as I said before, when we want to do a medical procedure, we have to take the patient consent. Okay. Usually, for the simple procedure, we just give the patient some question, some sample. Is that okay? Do you mind if I take your blood glucose level? Do you mind if I do this? Do you mind if I do that? I will check your belly. Is that okay? Okay. But for more serious procedure, like an operation, like inserting IUD, the patient usually have to give a sign in the informed consent. Okay, listen to the conversation.
8.2. 1. Do you mind if I take your blood pressure?
Well, I might. I'll run up my sleeve for you.
Thanks, that makes it easier.
Okay, from this conversation, which one is the sentences for asking for consent? Yes, do you mind if I? Yeah. For asking for patient's consent, we can use do you mind if I? Do you mind if I take your blood pressure? Is the patient object or not object? Objek itu keberatan, not object itu tidak keberatan. Is the patient object or not object for the consent?
Not object.
Not object, because when you ask, do you mind if, the answer, if the patient agree, give you permission, if no, I don't mind. Apakah kamu keberatan? Tidak, saya tidak keberatan, silakan. But if the patient don't agree, don't give you permission to the procedure, the patient will say, yes, I do object, I do not agree. Seperti itu ya. Ya, saya keberatan, saya tidak mau dilakukan prosedur tersebut. Do you mind? No. Seperti itu. Okay, for the last slide, it's about pronunciation. We have a table here that will divided between K and E. Okay. Kita punya K yang di dalam garis miring. Okay, kita bacanya keh, like in cat. In the right side, we have E dalam garis miring. We will pronounce it with E, like tree. E. Okay, agak panjang. E. Ya. We have 7 words. Ya, cholesterol, glycated, hemoglobin, hypoglycemia, glucose, hyperglycemia, and liter. Okay, for the first word, cholesterol, is it K as in cat or E as in tree? Ke. Repeat after me. Cholesterol.
Cholesterol.
The second word is glycated. Glycated. K. Yeah. Glycated. Repeat after me.
Glycated.
Okay. Hemoglobin. I. Bacanya bukan hemoglobin tapi hemoglobin. Repeat after me. Hemoglobin.
Hemoglobin.
Very good. Hypoglycemia.
Hypoglycemia.
Jadi kimianya bacanya kimia ya. Hypoglycemia. Glucose. Glucose. Repeat after me. Glucose. And then hyperglycemia. E. Okay, hyperglycemia. Repeat after me.
Hyperglycemia.
The last one, liter.
Liter.
Okay, liter mirip seperti bahasa Indonesia. Liter. Okay, in E. Okay, students, it's our last materials today. Before we close our class, I will give you an assignment. Saya akan memberikan kalian tugas. Please make a group of 2 students, buat kelompok terdiri dari 2 orang. What you have to do is make a conversation asking for consent. Jadi buat conversation meminta izin to the patient, pada pasien, doing a medical procedure, melakukan prosedur medis related to midwifery field. Berdasarkan berhubungan dengan kebidanan. What are the theme of each conversation? It's depend on you. I don't give any theme. Maybe you can use IUD. Maybe you can use. What you have to do is put the asking for consent for the patient. You have to submit the conversation in video in next week meeting. Okay, do you have any question?
Not yet, Miss.
No, okay, I think it's enough for today. Demikian video proses pembelajaran untuk mata kuliah English in Midwifery Practice pada program studi S1 Kebidanan Universitas Dr. Soekarjo. Video ini digunakan sebagai salah satu syarat penyusunan dokumen pernyataan diri dosen dalam unjuk kerja Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi atau PDD UKTPT. Semoga dengan adanya video ini dapat menjadi pertimbangan yang baik dalam proses penilaian sertifikasi dosen gelombang 1 tahun 2026. Akhir kata, saya Wahyu Adri Wirawati mengucapkan terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi.